All right, here we are back with part 2. We left off a lot of NBA talk. Matt and I are multifaceted. We go from, UFC to NBA. We might eventually do like a baccarat tournament.
That would be interesting to do.
Or like a croquet.
Right?
Croquet is awesome.
Croquet would be fun.
It's like
bring out the malice and just
golf with hammers.
Go to town, dude.
How do you think that started? People it had to be construction workers with like sledgehammers, right?
This would be fun.
Like just a way to kill time,
right?
Carmelo has been involved in a lot of stuff lately. Mm-hmm. Is he going to stay in Denver? Is he going to go to Jersey? The Knicks, Lakers are now in on it. What other teams have we heard? I know there's been a couple more.
Did you say the Nets?
I did say the Nets. That was the first one.
Did you say the Knicks?
I did say the Knicks. That was the second one.
How about the Lakers?
You don't listen to what I say.
How about Mavericks?
Mavericks was one. Yep, that was one. Because when Caron Butler went down and all that other great stuff. I could swear there was another team, but
4.
We'll just stick with the 4.
That sounds like a good round number.
What about Detroit? Wasn't there something at Detroit?
I hope he doesn't go to Detroit. He doesn't deserve that treatment.
But it's funny because they're saying like how Melo and Billups are going to be a package deal. How much does Joe Dumars have to tuck his freaking tail between his legs to bring Chauncey Billups back?
That was probably one of the worst trades
he blew
in the
up.
last 5 years.
Chauncey Billups was the best. I was thinking about this while I was on the stool this afternoon.
Nice,
and I'm not talking about the website. I mean like in the bathroom.
The actual bathroom.
Right.
Nice. Great place of thanks.
I'm saying. Birdman! Birdman's up to you.
Look at this guy's
I love Birdman. He is awesome. He needs to hit that free throw.
Birdman flies it anywhere, though.
They're saying, no, getting back to the Chauncey Billups thing. Out of Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince. Chauncey Billups is the best out of those 5.
Absolutely.
He made those 5, so why do you think Rasheed Wallace has not had success? Personal or team success once Chauncey left. Why do you think that Ben Wallace just doesn't even exist anymore? Rip Hamilton has been benched for 11 straight games on the Pistons. Tayshaun Prince is the only one playing mediocre. That's because he's still in his mid-20s. He's young. He's quick. Chauncey Billups kept everything together.
And I don't understand why you would trade possibly one of the best point guards. Let's say top 5.
He was top 5 at the time. I still think he's top 5.
Great leader, great floor general, always hits the big shot. Why would you trade him for Allen Iverson? Someone who's at the twilight of their career, who is
that was the beginning of the end of his career.
Absolutely. Basically the complete reverse of a player that Chauncey Billups is. Doesn't pass the ball. Just a ball hog who needs it in his hands at all times to score. Why would you do that?
No, I'm totally with you. The reason Iverson worked so well in Denver was because you have to double Carmelo.
Absolutely.
That was the only offense Iverson was ever involved in while he was still good, that he was not the prime focal, we got to stop him. We got to stop AI. We got to stop AI. That's why he had those 2 50-point games.
Absolutely.
That's why, he could have done all those things. Joe Dumars, especially coming from a system where he had to play in a backcourt with Isaiah Thomas, needs to understand these things. He's a dumbass for pulling the trigger on that trade.
It's sad because he's had a pretty good reputation as being a pretty competent GM. And he just
Detroit went to 6 straight conference championships with Chauncey Billups. They traded him.
Did they go to 2 finals too? Right?
2 finals.
2 finals. 1-1. But
yep, they beat LA, lost to the Spurs.
Yep, you're right. And I don't get why you would do that.
I just don't understand it. That's like
even when they made the trade, it's not like they were having a bad year. They were still then probably not number 1, but they were 3 or 4 in the conference.
Right.
I mean, why would you do that? In the East, which you can easily win.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Especially back then, a couple years ago.
I agree with you. And one of the things, this past offseason, before Rondo signed the 7-year extension, there was rumblings that Rondo might be moved.
Yep.
Doc Rivers was having kind of problems with him. Rondo's awesome now. Everybody's cool with him. No problems. He was kind of acting a little punky. Figured he thought he was worth more than he was. Checked his ego, things like that. Everything's fine. And I've never been the biggest Rondo fan. Anytime anybody comes into a Boston, New England team. Remember when Pedroia came in, when Ellsbury came in?
You never liked them, Pedroia.
I can't like the new guys until they do something.
You hate on me so much for wearing that Pedroia shirt that day.
I was like, oh, stupid Pedroia, and then boom, he goes off. Right. Laser show.
I got good taste.
Laser show. No, you freaking wore a Jed Lowry shirt once, you jackass.
Hey, Jed Lowry had a good second half last year, bro. You'll see.
Second half? He played 14 games.
Well, whatever he played, he had a
good
year last year. He was hitting home. Yeah, he was. Check his stats, dude. He had 9 home runs in 20 games.
Sweet.
Check it. More than Marco
Jed
Studio.
Lowry is not worth me typing his name into Google.
Oh, I will fucking Droid will find
we
this
have
shit
10
out.
minutes left if you can figure it out.
Fucking ass wife hating on Jed
Jed
Lowry.
Lowry, he's
They're saying
brutal.
he's going to be the starting shortstop this year.
Sweet. Shortstop and catcher are the Red Sox two weakest positions.
Shut the fuck up.
You're an idiot. Anyway, before
Can't
we
even talk to this
murdered
guy.
each other over podcast, where do you think Carmelo's going to end up? Is he going to stay in Denver? A report came out today that he would be open to he would actually consider signing an extension for Denver. After
Yeah, I
all
saw
this.
that. If he doesn't get traded by the 24th, he'll sign an extension. I saw, which I believe is a trade.
Which gives Denver every single incentive not to trade him.
Exactly. Why would you?
Unless he's just playing that card so he can go right into free agency at the end of the year, which would be kind of, low for him to do.
Sidebar. Let's go back to Jed Lowry. He played in 55 games last year, had 9 home runs and 24 RBIs.
Sweet. 55 games.
That's pretty
9
good,
home
dude.
runs.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's sick.
He
One home
had
run every
171
7
at
games.
bats. That's fine. He's a fucking shortstop who didn't have any power, dude.
Sweet.
Dude, he had 4 career home runs leading up to this year. 4.
How many errors did he make last year?
doubled.
How many errors did he make?
Yeah. Does not say
Yeah, you know what?
actually
It's
on
because
this
he's
thing.
terrible.
He's such an asshole.
How many RBIs?
He had 24 if you were paying
24
attention.
in 55 games.
Dude,
Sweet.
in 08 he played 81 games and had 46. So
Sweet.
that's essentially that's pretty decent.
Awesome.
He had more home runs than Scooter, I think. That's okay.
So what?
That's okay. We're not going to
No,
talk about
actually,
that.
Scooter had more than 9 home runs.
We're
last
not
season.
going to get into this.
No, you're just dumb. You're.
What we should have done is just kept Alex, not Alex. Yeah, Alex Gonzalez.
I kept Julio Lugo.
Fuck Julio. He sucks. Worst
Are you
shortstop
kidding?
ever. Is
The
he even
only-
in the league anymore?
I think so. The
I
only
don't
year
even know.
he started for the Red Sox, we won the championship. Fact, not opinion. Fact, not opinion.
Pretty sure he didn't even start all the games.
He did.
Pretty sure Jed Lowry did.
No. You're wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Anyways,
You're
what's
wrong.
our topic here?
Where's Carmelo going?
I hope he stays. You know, with the trend of players these days, fucking basically post LeBron's decision, I hope he just stays. You're getting paid to play basketball. You have a pretty good team. It's not like you're playing in the
He does have a pretty good team.
the Nets,
And if you think about it,
or Cleveland.
if you think about it, he's got Billups, who still has a decent amount of time left.
Do we live in an igloo, dude? I'm fucking freezing. I'm not gonna lie.
Aflalo, who's young.
Yeah,
Lawson, who's young. Birdman, who's young and crazy
and awesome.
and awesome. Al Harrington, who blows.
Why is he still in the league? Let's answer that question.
Nene, who's having the best year of his career. He's got a good young team. San Antonio, everybody's kind of tilting over the edge right now.
Oh,
This might be their last peak year, maybe next year. LA's getting older. Kobe, LA is Kobe. Once Kobe starts, teetering off, like the
They're
Jordan
fucked.
Wizards year, they're
They're
screwed.
fucked.
They're screwed.
I think it'd be funny if for some reason that he went to Cleveland and he was their new LeBron.
Carmelo
That'll never
signs.
happen,
If
but-
Carmelo signs like a 5-year extension, I guarantee he reaches the NBA Finals in the next 5 years with.
I didn't
Denver.
see that.
With Denver, guaranteed.
With the decline of LA coming with him
Yep,
next year.
and San
Hell
Antonio
yeah.
coming down,
Yep.
and Steve Nash is leaving Phoenix once he retires,
Even
or
with
he
him
might even
there,
be
though.
moved.
Even with
Yeah,
him there, they're not
they
gonna do
traded
shit.
all the other tools.
They did the same thing they did with fucking Detroit. Traded
Yeah.
all the good players.
Yep. But then again, you also have to look at it. Amari, prime of his career. You put Carmelo and Amari together, both 27 and younger. You're gonna have a sick next 5-6 years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But then again, why would you want to have a power team like that in the East right now when you have the big three in Miami together for the next 7 years? You have Boston's this core together for the next 3 years. Why would you waste that? Go to the West. Stay in the
I
West.
can't see them trading him to the West though. Especially
They'd be stupid
LA.
to. LA, dumbest trade I've ever heard. We'll give you Andrew Bynum for Carmelo Anthony.
It's a good trade. Face up. Why not?
It's like, really?
Have you played a full season? No.
Could you
Okay.
imagine if Denver was like, that's a good deal, we're going to take that?
We could use a third center.
That-
Why not?
Man, you and I were laughing about it earlier. That would be like second worst to Pau Gasol going to LA for like a bag
Oh,
of Skittles and a
God,
peppermint
absolutely. And lesser Gasol.
patty. Right? It's just like, what the hell's happening?
That was robbery.
NFL season just ended. Super Bowl just was this past weekend. I thought it was a pretty good game. I've heard some people were like, yeah, it's so-so, whatever. I thought it was a
I think
good
it was
game.
a purist game. You have two old school teams.
Yep.
I think it was like a game.
I
like
thought it was
that.
really good. Good offense, good defense.
One of the best quarterbacks in the game.
Right. Sucks the Patriots didn't make it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Patriots could have beaten Green Bay.
Absolutely.
I feel like the Patriots could have easily wiped the floor at Pittsburgh. We always just beat Pittsburgh.
You really did.
The only year we lost them was when Castle started. We lost like 77 to like 0.4.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's not okay. You know, looking on to next year, your top 5 teams, and I want these in order. Out of nowhere.
The Bengals. Mistake.
Carson Palmer put his house up for sale.
Yeah, well,
he's still on the Bengals.
He deserves to be let go, whatever the fuck he wants. Don't put him in purgatory.
Look at him. Where's he going to go right now? Who needs a quarterback? Seattle. Arizona.
That'd be perfect. Dude, anywhere's better than fucking...
Seattle, Arizona.
He's going to ruin his career still playing for Marvin
San Francisco.
How does Marvin Lewis still have a jail? Let's talk about that.
How did he get an extension? You were furious when I told you that.
He has too many...
I love Carson Palmer. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks.
He deserves another chance. Anyways.
I agree.
Oh, jeez. You making me do this in order?
Yes.
I'll do it from 5 and go up.
It's usually how it's done.
Well, fuck you. I'll put Pittsburgh at 5.
Okay.
I'll put...
Don't use your bias.
I'm trying to think.
Because I didn't.
Jesus Christ, dude. Who the fuck else?
And it's tough
I'll put Baltimore at 4.
It's tough to decide these without knowing what free agencies are happening.
I know. All right. Let me start over.
Oh, Jesus.
Pittsburgh at 5.
Yep.
Baltimore at 4.
Yep.
What is that a good one? Colts at 3.
Yep.
Pats at 2. Packers at 1.
Packers at 1.
I think you have to put the defending Super Bowl champions.
I agree with you, 100%.
That's all.
100%.
And after this season, like especially the postseason, A-Rod's top 3 quarterback in the league. Possibly even top 2. I think he's better than Peyton right now.
My number 5 is New England.
Wow. That's rough.
I feel like you had a lot of breakout years this year. Woodhead's not going to sneak up on people next year. Ellis isn't going to sneak up on people next year.
Could sneak up. He's little.
You're little. Downtown. Deion Branch had like a renaissance break every year. Maybe he's only good with Tom Brady. Hopefully he's good the next couple of years.
That would be nice.
Our 2 tight ends came out of nowhere, surprised everybody. They're not going to be able to do that next year. We still have Tom Brady. I feel like we have to make a big move on that defense. Nandi Asamoah's out there. Go get him. Pay him the money.
Sweet.
You know we had the 3rd lowest payroll in the entire NFL last year. We finished with the best overall record.
That's unbelievable.
Best overall
We're like
record.
Tampa Bay.
Right?
We pay our players 10 cents.
New England 5. I have Pittsburgh 4. Pittsburgh always brings back the same core. It doesn't really matter who they have on offense.
Just recycle
It's
players.
their defense. You know what I mean? It's good. It's really good. I think Baltimore's 3. Baltimore is the classic underachievers story, though. Like,
oh, yeah.
every year they're supposed to be like right there, and they just don't make it.
I think it's Joe Flacco's the problem.
I think so, too. I think it is Flacco.
He's a good quarterback, but he's not.
I feel like you put Carson Palmer on the Bengals, they're a much better team.
They would never do that because they like...
No, they wouldn't do that.
Joe Flacco is an asshole.
Weird.
Weird.
Number 2, putting a team that you didn't even put in your top 5.
I'm ready.
Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, I forgot about the Atlanta Falcons. Shit.
And Matt Ryan is like the next age of quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is the next age.
I hope so.
Brady's towards the end. Manning is towards the end. Palmer's towards the end. Breeze is getting towards the end. All these like excellent grade A quarterbacks are towards the end. You have Matt Ryan, that running back. Turner had 1 fumble in the year. It was like the worst time in the world.
I know. What the fuck?
I hope Tony Gonzalez comes back. He said that this past year was his last one when he first started. Roddy White had a breakthrough year. Their defense is young, quick. They play inside that dome, which is such an advantage. They lost.
Absolutely.
Matt Ryan's lost 3 games there in his entire career. Number 1 is Green Bay again. I don't think you can shut down that offense. They played this year with 18 injuries.
Yeah, insane.
Donald Lee gone.
Basically,
Ryan Grant gone.
Every running back they have.
Yeah, everybody. This guy Starks didn't have a single start until the first week of the playoffs.
That's fucking crazy.
So I think Green Bay is they're dangerous. I feel like they can put together one of the New England runs that they did earlier in the decade.
Their
you have the
defense
young
is
quarterback,
sick.
you have the explosive receivers, great defense. We have 1 minute left to slap people.
You can go first.
I can go first.
Yeah.
I would kind of want to slap Jerry Sloan, dude.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on, man. Shoot straight with me.
You're going to feel really stupid if he has, like, cancer or something.
I am going to feel stupid. I will still slap him, though, for not telling me up front. I want to know these things. I feel like you should send me a text, like, tweet me. I think I follow him, actually.
You would have Twitter, you fag.
I do have Twitter. I follow John Elway. He's quite comical.
Elway is pretty awesome.
Please go ahead.
All right. This probably has been knowledge to other people for quite some time, but I just recently found this out today. I want to slap Kim Kardashian. She's dating Chris Humphries, who is like...
I don't think she is still, though.
I don't know.
Well,
tentatively, I'm
she
going to
was at the front row of a Nets game, which is not
I'm
okay.
going to smack her. You are so hot, and you're dating like a scrub.
He's like a D-list NBA player.
He's like makes the league minimum.